Hello from the AFRICOM headquarters. I'm Lieutenant Commander Dave Hecht. We have for you this week an interesting story out of Malawi. That's where militaries from 10 African nations recently came together to share their knowledge and ideas as part of Exercise Southern Accord 14. The scenario they utilized for training was similar to those straight out of the headlines. They needed to develop a plan to stop an armed group of soldiers in a fictional country from looting villages and recruiting child soldiers. They also needed to take into consideration humanitarian aid organizations, displaced civilians, and dealing with host nation forces. If you ever wondered how these type of operations come together, you might want to check this story out. Sanitation. Sounds simple enough. Wash your hands and throw out the trash. But when you're talking about moving an army, poor sanitation can lead to poor health and ultimately mission failure. So in Djibouti, the 407th Civil Affairs Battalion is teaching an important course on sanitation that covers things most people overlook, such as water and food service sanitation, rodent management, noise hazards, toxic waste disposal, and hot and cold weather injuries. This is really another interesting story, so thanks to our friends at CJTF HOA Public Affairs for sharing. We had a VIP visiting AFRICOM this past week, the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy, better known as the MCPON. MCPON Mike Stevens held an all-hands call with our Stuttgart-based shipmates, and before departing was presented with a traditional African drum. MC1 Keith Simmons followed Stevens during his visit and filed a story on our website on all the news the MCPON had to share. Last week we asked the trivia question, which African country has an elevation so high it's the third highest capital in the world? And here's the answer. Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Elevation 7,546 feet above sea level. Did you get it right? I bet you did. I know we've got a smart audience out there. Well, here's this week's question, and all you need to do to answer it is just look at a map. What country is the northernmost African country? Post your answer on Facebook and show everyone how smart you are. As always, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Flickr, all those social media sites out there. From the AFRICOM newsroom at Kelly Barracks, I'm Lieutenant Commander Dave Hecht. Thanks for watching and have a great week.